For breakfast, we're having peanut blah, blah, blah. So, for example, for breakfast. Hi everybody, my name is Rosalie and welcome back to my channel, back to Chubby. Before I get started with anything else, I first want to say thank you to whoever's contributing closed captioning on one of my videos the other day. I tried to find out who you were so I could thank you personally, but for whatever reason, YouTube wouldn't let me see who had done it. So, thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I know a lot of other people do too, so thank you. And if you want to send me a message, I'd be happy to give you some credit, like in the description of the video or something, but thank you. Also, on a different note, the Biggest Get Healthy YouTube collaboration 6-month-long diet bet, which, I mean, there's a shorter name for it than that, I'm sure, but that's what it is, just started technically yesterday, and I thought you could join up to 7 days after it started, but I was wrong. You can actually join 14 days up to after it started. So you have up until not this coming Monday, but the Monday after to join the diet bet. If you want to join, it is $25 a month, but the whole point of a diet bet is basically you put down your own money that you will lose that weight. And if you lose the weight, you get money back, and if you don't lose the weight, you forfeit that money. And then if any money is forfeited by other people, it goes into a pot that's split by the people who do meet their bets. So it's a nice little incentive, I think. There were a few questions that people had asked me in the comments, and so I'll try to answer some of them as best I can because I think several people had the same questions. One of the first comments that people left or that people asked me was about if they were already in one. From what I found, you can be in up to 3 at one time. So if you want to, you can triple down your money. Another question I got was, what if you are not in the... What if your BMI doesn't technically put you at overweight? Because they do ask for your height and your weight. And from what I could find, their only rule is that you would be disqualified or you wouldn't be able to do it if your weight or your goal weight are at under 18.5 BMI, because that would technically put you underweight. So if you're still within the normal range, but you feel that you have wiggle room, or you feel like you could be a little bit lower, as long as you don't put yourself into a dangerous position, you would be able to do it. Also, if for whatever reason you join and then a few days later, within a week, you decide that you either need the money back, or this just isn't going to be your thing, you can get a refund within the first week after you join. Okay, so on to the actual body of the video here. I feel like I've gotten away from what was working for me. I feel like I'm gonna go back to the basics, basically. I feel like I need to go back to just being moderate, being stricter, being, okay, let me start over. Here's what I'm trying to say. I feel that for me, being like really strictly cutting things out, whether it's carbs or fat or protein or whatever, just isn't gonna work right now. I feel that the way I was losing weight best and the way I felt best was when I was just making sure to get more fruits and vegetables, making sure to eat less processed crap, making sure to be balanced and not go overboard on any one thing, and trying to keep myself moderately low on my calories. So basically, just eating healthier and more balanced, but not doing anything specific, if that makes sense. Nothing gimmicky, and also nothing that's a certain lifestyle you need to get into. Just balanced and moderate, I feel like, is what was working best for me. And I also feel like, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like when we went keto for a few weeks, it worked, and I think I lost about 10 pounds doing it in a couple weeks. And Josh lost some weight and broke his plateau and finally got under 300. Also, side note, someone was asking in the comments like what Josh was at because he hasn't weighed in a long time. He's just not real into being on YouTube, if you know what I mean. He still weighs in every week, and he's still under 300, but he's like 2 pounds up from when we stopped keto, but he's joined the diet bet too. So hopefully that'll continue to move for him here this week. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Another thing I feel that I need to do is go back to doing the meal prep every week on here. Because I've just started to get a little bit more lax with it. Like, I just feel better when it's done. I know what I'm having. I know it's ready. I don't have to cook. I don't have to worry about it. I know what my nutrition for the day is going to be. I'm already on top of it, and it was just working better for me. And when I made myself film it for the channel, then I would do it and do it earlier rather than, well, it's Sunday and I don't feel like going anywhere, so I'll do the shopping tomorrow and then prep tomorrow. Or, well, but now it's Monday and I'm really busy, so I don't have time to go shopping, and just sort of putting it off more and more. I feel like I need to make myself accountable. A little while ago when I was thinking about not doing the meal preps every week, someone left a comment. It was like, well, do you think that would make you less accountable? Because that's why you said you wanted to start the channel. And I was like, yeah, maybe. Hopefully not. And sure enough, I just feel like I need to go back to what was working for me and keep doing that. So that's what I'm going to do. But that being said, not today. There's a reason for it today, though. We've got the meal plan and everything's done, and the shopping's done, and the food is done, and everything. But to sort of take some of the pressure off myself, like last week, we did a whole meal plan just made up of stuff that we'd already done, like stuff that we'd done in the past. And I'm doing the same thing again this week. So for example, for breakfast we were having peanut butter overnight oats, which we did in week 11, and for lunch we are having black bean and corn quesadillas, which we had in week 6, and for dinner we are having zucchini noodles and turkey meatballs, which is basically what we did in week 1. And I guess that's one thing I will explain real quick. If you're not familiar with it, or if you haven't heard of it, or if you didn't see that video, instead of using regular pasta noodles or spaghetti noodles or something, you can spiralize vegetables. So like I'm going to use my Veggetti, which is this neat little machine. You just basically pop a zucchini on and twist it, and it makes long thin strands that you can use like noodles. And you can do it with anything. Like if you like sweet potatoes, I don't know why you would, but if you like sweet potatoes, you can make noodles out of that, or carrots, or squash, or whatever. But we were at Aldi, and I also saw this, which looks like something out of a nightmare. These are noodles made with black beans. So one night this week we might try this. We'll see what happens. I might film it for you guys and do sort of a review on it, because I know some people have asked in the past for like healthy food reviews, and I love black beans and I need a lot of fiber, which this has, but we'll see. It's kind of scary how just straight black it is. So leave me a comment down below if that's something you'd even be interested in seeing, because nobody cares. I won't do it. This week's sort of amalgamation of past meal plans comes in at around 1,500 calories. But I do want to mention real quick that there's a little bit less food than there usually is for a specific reason. This. I've mentioned before that I have a lot of problems with bloating and sodium, and I also have a lot of problems with constipation lately. And this is full of potassium, and it's got quite a bit of magnesium in it as well, which both help with bloating and constipation, and coconut water just generally helps with constipation anyway. I don't know what's been going on with my guts, but it sucks and it hurts. So I'm drinking a full one of these every day, which is like 240 calories. Also, quick side note, if you were to get one of like the little ones that comes from Walmart, here at least where I live, It's like $4.50, but this whole thing is $2.50 from Aldi. And it tastes just as good as like the Vita Coco brand, and it's exactly the same 100% coconut water. So anyway, you can find that meal plan on my blog, backtochubby.wordpress.com, as well as my nutrition information and shopping list for the week. You can also follow me on social media with the username backtochubby, all one word. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's starting to get darker outside and I don't have a good way to end the video. So I will talk to you guys on Friday when I do my weigh-in. I hope wherever you are safe and happy and healthy. And remember to just try the best you can.